and it makes any enemies on it much slower. So it's actually really useful in those tight jungles to get away. I've noticed as playing Hi-rez, it's a really good idea to run into the jungle when you're trying to escape people, because then you can make that line kind of fill up the whole pathway, and they force them to run on it, which is what you really want to do. Can actually check the stats real quick. I'm not sure if it helps your teammates as well. It might. Let me see. No, it's just Hi-rez, it sounds like, not his teammates. But yeah, so 35% increase for me, 35% decrease for them. That is a pretty hefty change when you combine them together. I do want to point out something that I saw earlier, is how much damage towers do. I don't know if you saw before, but this Wukong tower dove and got under the tower and grabbed aggro. It died pretty fast because of that. Oh, I missed that completely. That was unfortunate. If he can jump, he's going to get away. He's going to get away anyways, I think. I'm going to tower dive here. I got him. No! Alright, whatever. So this game, as you've probably seen by now from me using all my moves, just about every move in the game is either... let me put it this way. There's 3 types of moves in the game that I've seen. There is the AoE character-based move. So what that is a move that goes out based on your character's position. It goes off in a circle around you. For example, is Hades' ultimate. When Hades uses his giant AoE ultimate that taunts everyone towards him, pulls everyone towards him, that is a character-based AoE. So all he does is click it, and it goes off and circle around him. He can't aim it, can't move it away from his character. It's always centered on his character. So that's the main and the easiest type of move to use. The second move would be your typical skill shot. For example, this move I have brought up here, my water slowing move, or my wave move, that's a skill shot. They have, a bunch of them have different different widths, different lengths, so yeah, it's you'll have to get used to your character to know how long the range is, which can be kind of hard with this camera angle sometimes to tell just how long your range is. With this skill it's pretty easy to tell, but certain other characters can be difficult. So yeah, I would classify these both as skill shots. Then your third move is... I don't even know how to classify this. Hold on.
An ally has been slain.
I don't think he wants to fight me. Oh, maybe he does.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay, so this move here is I guess it's your ranged AoE moves. So how it works is it's always centered in the direction your character is looking. I can't move this left to right without turning my character. And then by looking up and down, changing my camera angle, I determine how far away it is from my character. There is a default minimum range. Like I can't put this so it's hitting behind me. It's always gonna hit. It can never go behind you, I guess, unless you actually turn around. A lot of moves in the game are like this. Any of your ranged moves that are going to hit away from your character are going to hit like that, as well as any of the jumps in the game that allow your characters to jump usually have some sort of icon like that you're going to jump to. You have your cone moves. I would classify that still as a skill shot, though. There's quite a few cone moves as well. So yeah, just about every move in the game is either a skill shot of some sort, a ranged skill shot, or an AoE.
An enemy has been slain.
Ooh, I just got hit by his ultimate. Or an AoE center-based, character-based move. So if you like characters in other games with skill shots, Ezreal, if you like landing big blitzcrank hooks, this game definitely could be a game for you. I am a huge fan. Not only of the skill shot base, but just in general, I like the camera, how the camera affects the gameplay, I guess. Much like any other MOBA, it's a little bit harder to just jump into and start playing, mainly because when you do that, you don't usually have a general idea of how other champions work, how much damage your champion can deal or take. So that can be a little challenging, but you know, the way I would advise most people to start playing is find a character you like. If that requires you playing several different characters, it's fine. Find one you like and then stick with them for a while.
An enemy has been slain.
Play one you like and get better at him, because I feel like to get good at a MOBA, not only is it requiring you being skilled with the character you're playing, but also to be skilled in general of the MOBA genre. So knowing when to push lanes, when to gank, having good map awareness. And I feel like a lot of that stuff is really hard to practice when you're busy also trying to figure out a new character. So that's why I'd always recommend people try to find a character they want to play for a while. And once they start learning more of the MOBA strategy type aspects, that's when you can start branching out and playing a lot of different characters.
The waters rise.
I actually knocked him probably where he wanted to go right there. Oh, I missed! Got him that time. For example, I should not be running that way. Because if their mid lane is gone, so odds are if he was there, he'd be coming towards me from that direction. But it doesn't look like it, so I'm okay. What he was doing there was clearing out the blue buff. The blue buff equivalent, which gives you mana back. Actually kind of bummed he got that. This game doesn't transfer buffs like other games, so even though I killed him and he had the buff, I didn't get the buff, which is unfortunate, because I actually really wanted that buff. Kind of running out of things to talk about right now. I guess I can talk a little bit about Hi-rez. So, Hi-rez has... let me talk, I guess, a little bit about the strategy with Hi-rez. You want to do as much damage as you can from far away with your water spout move, which is the this move. I don't even know what to call this. Your ranged AoE move. There we go. Your ranged AoE move. You want to do as much damage as you can with this. You can harass people. It does knock people away from the center of the spout, which keep that in mind, because if you cast it wrong, you can end up knocking them away from you, which is never a good idea when you're trying to kill someone. And then when you get up close, you have your water spout, which is, I believe it's one of the shortest cooldowns in the game currently, actually. It's only on a 3-second cooldown, and with my items, yeah, my items brings it down to a 2.4-second cooldown, because I went ahead and bought a cooldown reduction item. And the awesome thing about this, not only that move, but your character in general, is Hi-rez's passive increases his magic damage based... He gets a stacking magic buff based on how many skills he casts. So, let me read it exactly for you. Each time Hi-rez uses a power, he gains a steady flow buff, which increases his magical power by 10% for 5 seconds. Timer refreshes when another player's power is used, and the effect can stack up to 3 times. So, essentially, if you're keeping your moves going, and not letting any 5-second interval happen between using moves, you're going to have a 30% magic buff on you at all times during team fights, which is really awesome. And I actually will, if I see team fights happening, I'll start just spamming my my one move while running towards the fight, just to get that buff going. So by the time I get there, I have it up. I don't spam it all the time because you'll end up running out of mana, but whenever I know I'm going to go kill someone, I'll use it. He has his second move, which I talked about, which increases your movement speed and decreases enemy movement speed. And he has his ultimate, which turns you into a giant tidal wave, launches you forward in the direction of which you cast it, does massive damage to anyone who's hit by it, and makes you immune to all damage while you're in the waveform, which is really awesome for 3 ways, I guess. Hold up, that's not a good idea for me to fight that. For one thing,
an enemy has been slain.
You can use it as a gap closer to get closer to someone if you have to finish off a kill. You can use it as an escape move to close the gap and get away. I guess a gap lengthener to lengthen the gap between you and enemy units to get away from fights. And you can use it to dodge for example, people's ultimate, because it makes you immune. So, especially like if you play another game against another Hi-rez, right as you see him use his wave, you can use your wave, and you'll be immune to the damage when he hits you, which is really awesome. I use that ability quite a bit, trying to dodge other people's ultimates. And it does massive amounts of damage, of course. I think I just missed that.
Double kill.
So yeah, Hi-rez, I'm definitely a fan of Hi-rez. He's a really fun champion to play. He takes some getting used to, because he's kind of squishy and you have to know how to, when to go in, when to back up. Like that right there, I kind of knew I was going to die if I went in. But I wanted to get that double kill.
An enemy has been
Usually
slain.
for a build with him, I usually get a Chronos pendant pretty quick because it gives you not only mana per 5, which you need to be able to keep spamming your skills, but it gives you cooldown reduction. And of course magic power. Just about every item you buy is going to have some sort of magic power on it. So I think it's a really good move. I also buy Book of Thoth, usually a large amount of mana per 5, and magic power for pretty decent cost. From here, I usually end up buying based on what the enemy is going. For example, if they have a bunch of defense, and I know they have magic protection items, I'll start buying magic penetration. It doesn't actually look like most of these people have
been slain.
very much magic protection though, so I'm not going to buy that right off the bat. Oh, and there's only 3 of them. I didn't even see that. Looks like they had 2 people quit too. One who died 9 times first, which is unfortunate for them. Oh, and they surrendered. Well, there's the first game. So yeah, really quickly, I was going to just say the game does work off a WASD movement system. 1, 2, 3, 4 for your moves, and then your other near WASD keys to use abilities that you can buy later on, such as your F key, your G key, your C key. And then use your mouse to use your auto attacks. And to move your character. Pretty simple. Anyone who's played MMO is like, wow, it'll be really easy to switch into it. Especially games like Bloodline Champions. This game reminds me a lot of Bloodline Champions. So yeah, that was the first Smite game. I plan on adding more videos, especially if I feel like this video gets a decent amount of views, or at least people who actually enjoy the video. So I'm not sure when this is going to get posted, but go ahead and give me a like, give me a subscribe if you want to watch more. Give me comments on things you can improve or things you want me to talk about. I know this game didn't really have a consistent schedule. I didn't plan out exactly what I was going to talk. I kind of just talked as I went. If you want an example for me to do character-specific guides, I can. I play a pretty decent Hi-rez, Agni, Zeus. Most of the magic characters I'm pretty decent with. More of the attack damage characters I'd probably have to practice with before I could actually do guides. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see in future videos. I appreciate you watching, and yeah, have a good day, guys.